Hi everyone, it's Diane. It is time to talk about what I wanted to do with these vintage boxes that I picked up at the flea market just a few weeks ago. And at least one of you guessed, but you probably have pretty much guessed that I'm going to make little tiny journals with them. So I've started kind of figuring out how I want to do this, taking the boxes apart, cutting off certain parts. This one, I took a digital set of crayons and glued it to the inside. So these crayons came from a set of digitals that I recently purchased from Rare Paper Digital Shop. This is office supply, artist supply. They just have a whole bunch of descriptive words as the title, but this was the first pair of words in the description of the kit. So it has, I think it's just one sheet, but I don't remember. I cut these out. I mean, I had printed this and cut them out already. So there's ink and more crayons. There's another crayon. Erasers, ruler, pencils, typewriter ribbon, and a box of erasers and a box of pencils. So it's really fun digital kit. I had mentioned in a video that I had recently purchased quite a bit of ephemera, digital ephemera, and these were from the same shop. I'll just show these to you in case you're going over there to that shop, and I will leave the link below. But this is kitchen labels. And there were two sets, so I think this right here is the two sets, because I did buy two sets. But it might be just one sheet per set, I don't remember. They're really cool, these extract labels, I love them. And the other one I got from them is perfume labels / apothecary labels. I just love these perfume labels. I looked for some real ones on eBay. They're expensive. But I can just print these over and over. If I had the real ones, I would probably use them sparingly. But these I can use as much as I want. That doesn't mean I don't like the real thing. You know me, I like the real vintage stuff. So I just thought I'd share that with you. I'm not using these labels in these little journals, but I may use more of the office supply. I'll have to print the crayons. I'll have to print the sheet again so I can get the crayons again to put in this box. So let me show you the supplies I have gathered. I have these stamps from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and it's art supplies, office supplies. There's a bottle of ink and a brush, and as well as journaling cards. Some quotes. There's a box of crayons there and a pencil. And I already had some of those stamped and cut out, so maybe I'll use those. These go with the different Elizabeth Craft Designs? Yeah, Elizabeth Craft Designs. They go with another set, that little girl. But yeah, lots of fun artsy things. So I'm thinking about how I want to do the covers. I think I want to stuff these things pretty well, because I have so much stuff over here I'm going to show you. So I might cut this panel out and make a bigger panel and then attach this to the center. I don't want to lose that. So it would be a little bit wider. So I'd probably do that to all of these. And this is just a Jackstraws box, like a pick up sticks kind of thing, but it's got shapes, and I'll show them to you in a bit, because I want to incorporate one or two of those into this journal, the pieces that came in here. So what do I have to put in these little journals? I want to use bright colors, of course. I took just some scraps of colored paper and just started prepping a little bit. That's all I've done. But I have gathered supplies. So here I have scraps of scrapbook paper, and coffee dyed paper and bigger pieces of scrapbook paper. And then my stack of dyed paper in bright colors. But in addition to the pages, I have all kinds of fun things. I have this wrapping paper I pulled out, and I might get other wrapping paper designs, but I did pull that one out. I have mini doilies. I have game score sheets. So I liked, if I can pick it up, I liked the categories one because you could fold that like that and have the lines going the right way. It's just the perfect size for these journals. And I have this one, which is categories also, but it's a bigger one. This one must have been a miniature version, and that's the only sheet I have like that. And just a couple smaller game card score sheets. Yahtzees and Unos, not Unos. So I have pulled a lot of stuff that, you know, I won't use it all, but we'll have it here. I have my bingo sheets in color, the various colors. Some miniature greeting cards. I think these, at least this one, will fit in this box. And this one might. Yeah. So either one of those would fit in there. And then I have these littler ones for the crayon boxes. A log for an amateur radio station. These really great labels. And these pages from a Girl Scout autograph book. They're going to, I think it was a Girl Scout camp or something. Or maybe it was just for the Girl Scout troop. But it was a book that you were supposed to put your friends' pictures in there and their name and address and information about them. So I guess it's not an autograph book, it's just keeping track of your Girl Scout friends. So I thought that would be a fun page. And then these are thicker pages, but they feel like they're cover pages because I think I had a thin paper with those red lines, but I think these must be cover pages, but they're oriented the right way. Some to do sticky notes could be fun. Some more sticky notes are the mail envelope and this one and the flower. And I have these soda labels. And then this bag of soda labels that I got in Lehman's D-Stash. Some more bingo cards and some guest checks. And I pulled out 2 pages from my stamp, my postage stamp binder that I have. I just pulled out 2 pages. I don't want to just pull out stamps because then I have to put them all back. So I'll just take 2 pages and I'll take out what I need. And then in here I have the little things. So I kind of went crazy finding stuff. So there's way too much stuff. There's my tickets in various colors. This is Monopoly pieces. These are Monopoly pieces that I got a miniature Monopoly game in a Happy Mail, like a travel set. So these could be really fun. And there's tiny little money in here too that went with this game. I have these little cards that I got at the flea market a couple of different times. I think I got them from the same vendor, but I think I got them in 2 different years. But they're tiny little, I think German or Swedish game cards. And my Candyland game cards that I just got. They'd be perfect for these colorful books, journals, yep. And some fun game cards, or playing cards. These, I think I got these in a Happy Mail. These clear acrylic ones. I think these would be really fun to use. And these cards, they came with music notes. It was some kind of a game about music, edu-cards, but I liked the colorful ones here. And these funky shaped ones, just regular playing cards, and some round orange playing cards and these oblong ones. I just wanted some fun, unique ones for this project. I did pull a couple of, you know, regular vintage greeting cards. Some German scrap. Flowers and children. I think I have more of it in here. Just a few little digitals of kids. I thought I could use these. I've had these for a long time. I thought I could use them as little tabs. I think I ordered these from Etsy, from something like the Paper Basket or another seller like that, but I've had them so long I don't remember. And these Satisfaction Guaranteed stickers, some slides. Maybe we could do something fun with them. And here's the tiny Monopoly money. And then in here I have, this is what came in the box of Mod Jackstraws. So there's a ladder and a rake, a wrench, a shovel, a saw. There's all kinds of stuff in here. So I don't know what I'll do with it yet, but I was hoping I could incorporate it somehow. Maybe just to hang a couple of them from the spine. Some milk bottle caps, vintage ones. Some vintage gift tags. And some seed packets for veggies. Some floral hang tags. And oh, there's the rest of the German scrap. These are little cigar bands. I think I got these in a Happy Mail. Some paper coasters. These are Amish ones. I thought they'd be fun. Monopoly money, the regular size. And some lottery tickets. And some bridge tally cards. Some more lottery tickets. So that's a good place to start, right? I might pull more stuff, like more wrapping paper to use as pages, but I don't know. I might just put one page in each journal, so it could just be all of this. I think I'll probably do 2 signatures in each book, but I don't know yet. But I figured it wouldn't take too long to go through all that stuff, so I want to try to work on doing a cover the way I want the cover. Let's do that together. I have these pieces left over from these file folder dividers from when I made the covers out of these file dividers, and I have these pieces left. So I thought maybe I could just make a little spine for that. This is 3 3/4. Yeah, I think that's 3 3/4. So that's how tall I need the spine to be. I pulled out these fabrics that I had dyed with Rit dye. And I have an idea of how to put the spine together so that I don't have to cover up any of the box. So we'll see if that works. What did I say? 3 3/8, 5/8, 3 3/4 is what I said. Let's try. This is about 3/4. I was going to say an inch, but maybe I'm going to start with 1 1/4 inch, because I can always cut it down if I want it smaller. and 3 3/4. I think I like that size, that width. I'll probably end up folding this to the inside and making it into a pocket. Once I have the cover all put together, then I can fold this up and it can be a tiny little pocket. I'm wondering if I need to back this with something sturdier so the crayons don't bend, because it's I printed them on cardstock, but it's less sturdy than this. But that means I would have to fussy cut all of that. But, because, you know, I could just make it straight across, a background in a color, straight across, but I really like the irregular shape of that. So I'm thinking, is this the right height? Maybe a smidge too tall. Not much, just a smidge. That's better. So I was thinking of covering this with one of those fabrics and having the fabrics, you know, wider than this, and then attaching the fabric pieces to the insides. Let's try that. This is a linen, so I don't know if it'll tear very well. But it's okay if it's a little jagged because it's going to be covered. Oops, I hit the camera. The tripod, really, not the camera. So I'm cutting it wide enough so I can glue it to the box, and then a little high enough so I can fold it over. I can work on gluing all of this without actually gluing it to the box to get it further along, just to make sure that it's going to work, you know, because I can always do this part over. I can't replace the box. Filled my glue bottles up. Kind of arced up a little bit, and I don't want it to be higher than the height of the box. Just want to make sure I get it folded down where it belongs. Oh, I should glue it to this too. Okay. Now if I see, is that too tall? Oh, I see. This goes straight across, so it shows behind those crayons a little bit. Well, that's just gonna have to be, I guess. So if I glue them like that, then I can cover this. This goes this way. This goes this way. Because I kind of wanted, I had that upside down, I think. I kind of wanted this flap to be up, and I could reinforce it with something to make it stand straight up, just for fun, because I want things sticking out of this. So it would be like this, okay? And I would already have this reinforced. And then I would glue some fabric in here, like the end paper's fabric, or it could be paper. And I think I need to cover this. Yes, I need to cover that because that's going to show. It's not like I didn't wrap it all the way around. So, well, I could just, you know, put the fabric all the way across. All right, we're going to glue it to this. Just one at a time. Okay, so this fabric goes down too far, but I can trim that off because it's going to be covered. See, if when it just, I didn't fold it up straight, it's angles down, so if I fold this up it causes a little bend there. So I'm just going to trim this little bit off. That's better. Okay, now this side. I'm going to put a little piece of cardstock here. About 2 5/8. And that will keep this up straight. had seen someone named Paper Pippi, and I think she does more Instagram than YouTube, but she does have some YouTube. And she made a bunch of little booklets, little journals out of crayon boxes. They were new Crayola Crayon boxes. So that was a really cool back-to-school project. And then I found these boxes of crayons, and this was right there with them at the flea market right after I had seen that. So I was like, hey, guess what I want to make? And I did not know that Milton Bradley made crayons, so I think these are pretty cool. Okay, so this is the base of the cover. I think I will glue a piece of cardstock here and then cut around it, so to make those crayons a little sturdier. Needs to go, okay, that's wide enough. So while I cut these little crayons out, I guess we could just chat about something. Oh, I do want to say thank you all for your responses to my recent questions on my videos. Questions about the ads, and I really appreciate your support in that regard. And I looked up how much it costs for YouTube Premium, and it was $11.99 a month, but it just went up, or it's just going to go up or something, to $13.99 a month. So I'm debating on whether it's worth it for me. And I guess I'll have to find out if the YouTube creators get any of that. If someone who is subscribed to a paying YouTube, like where they have to pay and not watch videos or commercials, does the maker get a percentage still? My daughter thinks they do, but that's just her assumption. She doesn't have any basis for that, except for that's how the creators get their money. And YouTube, you know, is encouraging people, of course, to subscribe. And they still have to pay their makers, or they wouldn't have people wanting to make videos anymore. So I'm assuming that if you subscribe and you watch my videos, that I would still get a percentage of something. Anyway, I do appreciate your very supportive responses, understanding that this is my business. And I don't ask for the, you know, buy me a coffee things, or I don't have a Patreon. You know, I don't ask for any extra money in any way except the ads. There, that didn't take so long. And I think that's much better. Now, as far as the fabric, I think these tips of the crayons are going to have to show above the fabric. So, what kind of fabric will I use? I didn't pull out a fabric. Maybe I could color the crayons to kind of match whatever fabric I pick. Oh, so we've got a red box with all these pretty colors right there. Here's a drawer full of fabric. I've got to find the lid to this glue. Here it is. I think I want something other than red. So I could use this yellow. Kind of shows through. Oh, that's a patchwork piece. Oh, that could be fun. Let's try that. I think I must have made a circus spine or something. A spine for a circus book. I don't remember what I did this for. I think I had it so I could cut it that way. Alright, so I'm going to color the crayons blue. Hope I have time to get a little more of this done on this video. What will I color it with? I think I'm going to need a rotary cutter so I can cut this edge nice and straight. I don't want it frayed, and these all have to be level. I guess I'll have to cover this with something else. See, this is a learning process. Didn't think about things like the sticky uppy parts. This part I won't even cover because I'll just fold this up, but this I want sticking up. So a piece of cards, you know, a pattern paper or colored cardstock here. You're getting to watch me figure out this whole thing. And let's hope that it's successful. could have made it easy on myself and just cut this part off, but I think it's going to be a fun element. I think the jackstraw box is just going to be a rectangle without these extra parts. It just looks more iconic to have the crayon sticking out of the box and the crayon flap up. That's pretty good. Just have to trim a little off. Okay, that looks good. Now, where'd it go? I guess this is what I want. Oh yeah, this. I was trying to get to that and trim it off. I can feel the edge of the box. Let's see how we do. Okay, so I see where the mark is in relation to these checked lines. And I can always cut it a little bit big, at least for the width, and then trim it. I guess I could do the same for the height. I was just thinking of, you know, it needs to be flush there, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Let's just keep going. That looks good. And I think I'll have to trim a little bit, and that's perfect. It's better than being too small. Whoops, I need to color those crayons. Let's see if I have an ink color. Probably this blue that makes my hands a mess. I try so hard not to touch. But look at it. It's just always a mess. You know, if I wanted to be really artistic, I would color each point a different color. Like a real box of crayons would be, but I just wanted to get some color on it, and I think that looks good. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Now we get to glue the fabric on. I have to do this again for the second box of crayons. I think the Jackstraws box will be easier. This is fun. Okay, now I can glue that up. Gotta trim a little bit here. Didn't want to clip this, but I think I got some of that red fabric a little bit. Okay. Okay, there's our cover. Woohoo! Looks pretty good. Well, it doesn't want to stay glued down. It will. Just this is thicker cardboard and it's folded and it wants to bend up. But I think it's down there now. Yeah, so then I can have some pages that stick up a little beyond this, and they'll be supported by this. That'll be fun. I hope this spine isn't too wide, but I'm going to fill it. Maybe I'll do 3 little signatures in there. I like doing an odd number of signatures so that the one can go right in the center and then have the same number on either side of it. That's why I usually do 3. But it just makes it easier for me to mark where the signatures will go if I have one in the middle. I guess it's a lazy way of doing it. I don't know. Alright, so I'm happy with that, and I think it's going to be fun to fill it up with all these fun things that I got. Yeah, this will be a much more straightforward project, but I will widen the spine again. And I thought about just gluing this here for decoration and kind of giving extra support to the edge. I might do that, might leave that there, but I already cut off all the other flaps. Tell me what you think about this project, and I hope that you'll come back to see if I do more work on camera doing this project. I hope you'll come back and watch, because I think it's going to be really fun. There's a little bit of that cream color sticking up on that crayon. There. I might keep one of the crayon boxes for myself, just because it's a unique project that I might want to refer to in the future. We'll see. We'll decide that later. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like this project, and I will see you again in the next video. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.